do like a Hawaiian theme song for the start of this one.
Oh, this is my favorite thing.
Aloha,
Daggum.
Hawaii.
I'm gonna have to use my toe.
Ew, don't use your toe.
I'm gonna use it. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the Cryptwins. Today we're going to go over the state of Hawaii,
Hawaii.
also known as Hawaii.
So it's gonna be a good one. I assume there's gonna be quite a few different good ones out there. That's the first website I found was from hotels.com. So yes.
Hotels.com.
Pele,
You're going to make a trip in your favorite rocket ship.
come on a trip. On your favorite rocket ship.
Flying through the
Copyrighted.
sky.
Copyrighted.
Is it? Is that copyrighted?
I think so.
Weird.
Poly Highway's pork problem. So yeah, we're going over Hawaii. You might think that we're going. Oh well, no, we're going in order. We would have skipped last week because of Georgia because we did Florida for our first episode.
Oh yeah, that's
But-
true.
We are on our way.
Which I looked back, man. I went to like a deep dive of our old videos.
Yeah.
I watched the most recent one, because I left the end clips that I was doing. I loved all the different weird cuts.
Hate you.
What?
I like how that's still zoomed in because you need it.
Yeah, it's great. Anyway, yeah, going back to watch like episode 1 was it almost hurt to see. I was like, man, why did I think the setup was cool? Like this works so much better.
The side to side, looking at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, now we can actually look at the camera, and it doesn't look like we're trying to look at the camera. And I still feel like we're far away, but on the video it doesn't look too bad.
Turn my head from the mic so I can breathe. Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain! Oh, boy. Okay. I found a great one for Hawaii. The Minhune. I just read it as Mwahaha in my head, which is really wrong. But...
So we're kind of doing this the same way that we did the last one, because we're seeing. I like the setup. I think it's pretty fun.
It's fun to. Does that look like a vagina to you?
If you got problems, yeah, because I'm pretty
Hey.
sure that's the statue's feet, man.
I know, but it says it's a bank. Does a coin go in there?
Yeah, it probably comes out when you want
Is
to
that-
deposit.
Is that the coin slot? I haven't heard it called that before.
But yeah, so we're just gonna go through, look at what we can find on the interwebs, see if we can find any interesting ones, bring them up and show them to you guys.
Yeah.
Then after that, take a look at. Shut up.
Is that yours or mine?
Mine.
Oh, shut yours up.
Then we'll
dog.
take a look at some what people have to say about them, how hard they defend the fact that these creatures that may or may not exist.
Definitely exist. Yeah. It exists only in
you can hear that
my
really
brain.
well.
Yeah, you can hear you cracking your
Oh, I'm
knuckles.
so sorry about that.
As you might have seen, we got some daggum new cooler things.
Look-
Some nice microphones. These are AKG P220s. They're pretty nice, and I got a Zoom podcast channel recorder, which is great because editing these videos has been kind of difficult with the software vocoder, the software version of that piece of that piece of hardware. Everything lags, everything's got latency issues, but this cuts that all out without having any issues. And now we're not having to be plugged into each other's heads, we're actually plugged into the Zoomcaster. My plan, what I want to get us actually to here soon, these both work off of Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I can get 2 Bluetooth receivers to put in there.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
No more wires. That would
Y'all.
be pretty dope, actually.
I know, this is already getting annoying with me.
Yeah, it's underneath my armpit. Feels like a weird seatbelt.
Who puts a seatbelt underneath their armpit?
Nobody does. I'm just saying, like, when you get in the car the first time and you slide it over and you're just like, I don't want to go to work.
I'm just judging you, Adam. Just judging you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I made you hit the
Yeah, you made me hit my mic. Burn.
So, Michael's going to go over the first one while I desperately cling to my laptop looking for another that doesn't seem so...
There's a poltergeist kind of one that you can look up. Is that really cryptid, though?
Which one?
There's
Night Marchers?
No, there's a lot about around the military bases that are there.
There's a moo. Shape-shifting dragon.
Oh.
It's a moo cow.
Wait, is it a cow that turns into a dragon?
No, it's just what I want it to be.
All right, so the first one we're going to look at today, class, it's called the Menehune. It's a race of pygmy people from Hawaiian mythology, said that they live deep in forest and hidden valleys of Hawaiian lands. Their favorite food is said to be bananas and fish, because that's a thing you got to know. Bigfoot's favorite, meal is actually children. And legends
young children that find themselves too far in the woods, but far enough to find a big feet.
Those are some darn big sketches you got on, boy. Oh, Mary's got the Timbs!
I didn't even know they made them that size. Well, actually, I wonder if Shaq has Timbs. Those things would be like canoes for a midget.
Do you think the kids in sweatshops in China, whenever they have to make those big shoes, they're like, oh, please, no, not another one. This is going to take me 3 days.
Fabric.
This is going to take me 3 days.
The foreman's already mad at me. And he's only 14.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. The Menehune stands to more than 2 to 3 feet tall. In legends, it is said that the Menehune build temples, fish ponds, roads, canoes, and houses. Some of these structures still exist, and their craftsmanship is evident. They're they're kind of not the stereotypical, but it's kind of the pygmy savages that you see in cartoons and stuff that wear like the tiki masks. And like go boka boka.
The funny thing is, if you have kids and you ever watch the Moana movie, those are the little things that they fight. They're like little coconut-looking dudes.
I'm a coconut.
In that one, that's what they look like, at least. But,
it's such a good movie, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. You're welcome.
That's not what I meant.
So you just copy that there.
I did. That's not
drag
what I wanted.
The thing up.
I'm trying.
Drag up the web page.
Shut up.
It's the top one.
No, it's not. I have them set up differently. They're on the side.
This is kind of what they look like.
Ooga booga. I don't think they say ooga booga.
And if you think about if you think back to the Moana movie, like I was talking about, it's pretty much the same thing. Except like their whole body is coconut, whereas these guys are their mask. Their mask takes up their whole body pretty much, and it's the same type thing. But
Byard.
Are you gonna read that part?
What about the feet vagina? I'll get to it.
I bet you will. I won't be here for that part.
Okay, so why? You're not going to talk about the feet vagina?
No, because I don't want to. I don't want to be here when you're in the dark with that picture.
Oh no, I won't. Look at those. Look at those. Look at that nose. It's a honker.
So, anyways,
sorry. Some early scholars theorize that there was a first settlement of Hawaii by settlers from the Marquesas Islands and the second from Tahiti. The Tahitan settlers opposed the commoners, and the Menehune.
I think it's Tahitian.
What did I say? The Tahitan?
Yeah, I think it's
probably Tahitian.
Tahitian.
Tahitan's how we say it here in the South. Those dang Tahitans!
What's going on? I just gotta be Tahitan my chicken.
Tahitan.
Make sure it's at 165.
The Menehune in the Tahitian language, who fled to the mountains and were called Menehune.
Tahitian. You said Tahitian.
Dang it. Proponents of the theory point to an 1820 census of the Kauai by
Kauamali.
Kauamali. There was a census back in 1820 that said there were 65 people that lived as Menehune.
See, it's funny. They could have just been real people, like you were talking about, like the
Otterman,
like the pygmies, and I was gonna say the pygmies.
Pygmies?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason why they can't be like a race of people who was just short.
Small.
Yeah. What if they just exiled all the tall people? Like, you reach a certain age, like 13.
How tall can you touch on the tree?
No.
Out with the devil!
No, they literally, like, have a branch that they use as a measuring stick. It's been there for like
A millennium.
when the guy first got there.
It's like calcified by now.
Yeah, and he's using it because it was the guy who found it was like, this stick's perfect. It's the length of my body. I am the perfect being. Everyone will be as tall as me. And if anyone's taller, they kick him out. Folklorist Catherine Laumala believes the legends of Menehune are a post-European contact mythology created by adaptation of the term Manahune, which by the time of the settling of the Hawaiian Islands had acquired a meaning of lowly people or low social status and diminutive stature. So, to European legends of brownies. That sounds offensive. Okay, so
he read that from something. That wasn't his words.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it right now.
So funny.
What the heck?
Legends of brownies.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. That's what they want to call it. But so what it sounds like is there was a race of people there. The term was the Manahune or Manahune, which means the lowly people or low social status. And I think that might have transitioned into them talking about their past as being like
saying like they're very small.
They're very small. Yeah, and like,
they don't matter.
Yeah.
I think I found the thing you were talking about. By the way.
Okay, this is the most important part about this. They have also most likely been the inspiration for the Tiki Demons in Aloha Scooby-Doo movie. That is the most important part of this whole
That's
thing.
a pretty good one. That's a pretty good movie.
So, I don't know.
Crap, dude. I gotta stop yawning.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry.
Because I don't like it.
Sorry.
And we'll go to these comment boys in a minute because some of these are pretty darn tasty.
Yep.
Always fun.
So
you go over now.
I think I found that thing you were talking about earlier, which is kind of funny because it brings me back to an earlier cryptid or supernatural being that we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Lady Child Snatcher. The scary ghost of Wahiawa Gulch. I'm going to look that up too on another website. But if you remember from Alabama, do you remember when we talked about Huggin' Molly?
Yes.
How she would steal kids?
Yep.
That's kind of the same thing. Well,
Like
she didn't steal kids. Wait, no, that was the...
Huggin' Molly would run up at you and
like,
scream at you. He wouldn't do anything except be really freaking annoying.
Am I talking about that one from Alaska then?
Alaska was the one,
the lady that would take you underwater.
Yes.
I want to say that's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one says, dwelling in the forest of the Wahiawa Gulch on Oahu, the Green Lady is a horror...
What?
Shut up. Is a horrifying green-skinned figure with teeth like daggers and hair draped...
A whore? That's messed up.
And hair draped in rotten-smelling moss and seaweed. She's said to be the ghost of a woman who died from heartbreak after her child went missing on a walk through the gulch. Same type of thing. She felt bad that her kid died in the water. So, wandering in distress, she now spends her days in search of another child to snatch up for herself as a replacement. To this day, local children are warned not to go into the gulch unless lest they get taken by the Green Lady. So,
don't you be getting in that gulch there.
It's the same type of thing as the green. I think it was like a mermaid, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah,
but basically, it was the same type of story. Don't go by the dock or you'll get snatched up by the mermaid, which just translates to don't go by the dock because you're stupid and you'll drown.
Yeah.
Which is what you want to tell kids anyway. So I thought that one stuck out to me. That was pretty interesting from what I've seen. This is from hotels.com, so it's pretty nice. Another one they said, it's another type of ghost one, is the night marchers.
Night marcher.
And it says, if you're in Hawaii at night and hear the sounds of drumming or the trumpeting of a conch shell, it's best not to stick around to see who's approaching. The spirits of ancient Hawaiian warriors called night marchers are said to travel in groups around the islands to revisit places where they fought fierce battles during their lifetimes. It said that those who make eye contact with these floating apparitions risk being swept away into the spirit world if there's no chance to flee from the night marchers.
Wait, so it's like a floating head?
No, they're like actual marching ghosts.
Oh, I thought it said it was like a floating head.
Nowhere in there did I say I said floating apparitions, which just means
for some reason, when you said looking into the eyes of those floating apparitions, floating head?
Like the skull guys from Legend of Zelda?
No, from Arizona. Wasn't it Arizona that has the heads?
No, that wasn't the heads. Those were the watchers. They're like silhouettes of people.
No, wasn't there like a head? There was one that was a head. There was a legit head. It's either Arizona or it's one of our earlier ones.
No.
Oh, you know what?
I think you're dumb.
No, I'm not. I'm not dumb. Dadgummit. What is it? It's a Wendigo type. It's like kind of like the Wendigo. It was like the one. What was the one that we did the Wendigo in?
Skinwalker, you mean?
Yeah.
That was Arizona.
It was in Arizona.
I'm looking at Arizona right now. There is nothing about a floating head anywhere. The only thing we talked about in that episode was skinwalkers.
Was it California? Dadgummit.
So Michael's having a senior moment. While we're talking about that,
I'm having a Biden moment.
It said that those who made eye contact with the floating apparitions risk being swept away into the spirit world. If there's no chance to flee from the night marchers, then get down on your belly to show respect and keep your eyes to the ground as they pass by. So, just sounds like a ghost story that you would hear about, like, don't go into the woods.
Sorry, no. Just sounds like a ghost story to me. I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Oh! The move.
Criminy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was loud. So, are we gonna, you know what? There was no time in between you doing that, going from my story to your story, for me to do a transition of going twin two's turn, or twin one's turn.
Oh, so now I'm just gonna go back and forth a lot.
Probably.
Have fun with the editing.
Anyway.
Anywho.
Well, the last ones I guess we can go over before we start going into some of the comments, and then viability of these. Oh no.
Oh no. I closed out on my thing.
Hawaii. So Hawaii's Muo. Muo? Yeah, Muo, I guess.
Mu.
It's not Mu.
M-O''O.
That is an apostrophe, isn't it? I always forget what the name of that little thing is.
It's the floating comma, the one that goes before the S's in pronunciations of things. Saying you own them. Hisms and zisms.
Hisms and herses.
Beep, bops, and boops.
Anyway, Hawaii's cryptozoological creature called the mo'o is generally pictured as a very large lizard. In fact, the mo'o means lizard god.
Did you not read the title?
I didn't. Oh, I was going to get to that. Apparently, the title is Tiny Gecko, Seductive Woman, or Water Dragon. Why not all three? Why don't you get a tiny, sexy gecko woman that can breathe fire
and go underwater? All at the same time.
All at the same dang time.
Oh, look at that sexy little gecko.
Look at that sexy gecko right there. Let me get rid of these.
Those are the menahui.
Let me get rid of those menahui. Anyway, Hawaii's cryptozoological creature called the mo'o is generally pictured as a very large lizard. In fact, the mo'o means lizard god in the local vernacular. In ancient times, the people thought that it was a guardian spirit god, protecting people, places, and geographic areas, especially where freshwater springs flowed. Which is kind of funny to me. It's about freshwater and instead of saltwater when there are a bunch of islands.
Yeah, but there's maybe because on there.
Well, I guess I'm trying to think of why it would even be. Why would it be freshwater instead of saltwater? But freshwater is hard to come on an island.
Unless there's an aquifer underneath it, or
but if what I'm getting at is if you're on an island surrounded by saltwater that you can't drink.
Yeah. I get that. Do they have a lake? Is there a freshwater lake in Hawaii? We don't know geography very well. I
don't know geography. The mo'o resembles a huge, shiny, black, dragon-esque lizard measuring anywhere between 12 and 30 feet in its true form.
Huh.
Another article by Shannon Wyanecki for Maui, whoa. That's literally the name of one of my vinyl products, and I don't even know how to read it. It's Maui.
That's also another name from, wait.
Maui is a place.
Oh. Yeah, it's named after the Maui guy.
Shut up. Maui guy? What Maui guy?
From Moana. Dude, there's 72 lakes in Hawaii.
There aren't a lot of islands. That's a lot of water.
That's a lot of fresh water.
That's a lot of fresh water.
It's hard to come by. Like I said, we don't know geography very well.
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain times.
Okay. When fires were lit on altars near their homes, the moa would appear 12 to 30 foot long reptiles, black as night, glistening in the water, he wrote. If given a drink of agua?
Agua?
It says agua. They would turn from side to side like a keel of a canoe.
I have no idea where you're reading at.
I'm reading words at him.
I know.
The problems with moas comes as a result of their ability to shapeshift. Sometimes people claim the moa is the size of a normal little gecko, while other times they claim it appears as a seductive woman or a beautiful maiden.
Mm.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine like
making out with
this woman, like having a good time, and then heckin'. Hold on.
What is the browser you're using?
Edge.
It's weird.
You're weird, dog. But say you're oh my gosh, that's hilarious. You're having a good time with a lady, making out, having all sorts of fun, and then she turns into that, like halfway through. Righteous! He's doing that. Yeah, he's doing that. So I guess that's them giving him a drink of the agua stuff. I'm assuming agua may be an alcohol of some kind.
Probably.
So.
Oh, I've got another water-dwelling being as well.
Nice. So it looks like it could be a fierce dragon as well at other times. So it could be this little gecko here, or it could be a giant dragon. What if it turned into the gecko in the middle of like stuff? It's like kissing, and then all of a sudden it's in your mouth.
No.
Full-on gecko in your mouth.
No.
Yes.
I'm
not done, child. The moa are believed to spend most of their time benignly consuming the awa root, pictured right. Oh, so that's what it is. So the awa root, whose side effects can make them writhe from side to side. Legend also says that these creatures can be seen by the light of the flames coming from altars erected in their honor close to fish ponds. So, there's some other characteristics here. It says that today's Hawaiian elders called kupuna, confirmed that these creatures can grow up to 30 feet long. On Maui, locals believe one of the sacred lizards lived in a fish pond, which is located at... Shut up.
You just skipped it.
Wow, I just skipped all of that. Man, I don't even know how to say that. Kauai fish pond, which is located in Calliope near Kiare.
Kai.
You know what?
Think?
The 15 people that watch me, you fact check me on that. I don't care.
Kiehei.
Another moa lived in Lahaina in its own fish pond. It looks like that one is the figure of a woman. It's funny to me too that a lot of these things are it's what there was it and I think you know what it is. It was guys coming by that were like in the elders or whatever, not the elders, but like a guy in not good standings, or if he was in good standings, he also hadn't made it with a woman. Yeah, and he had to come up with a story.
So there was the.
So look.
So there's this lady, right?
Look. There's this lady, right?
They just turned
and believe me, we're things are getting hot, things are getting steamy out there in the forest.
See, I am a man. I am a man.
It's just,
but then I can't help the fact that she turned into a gecko on me.
Turned into a gecko.
It was going good, and then she was just, and then she ran off.
Yeah, she licked her eyelids and she licked her eyeballs and then ran off. I was really confused and turned on.
Now, it turns out every other week I have to go stop by the nest and go pet an egg once in a while. You doing good, buddy?
Doing good.
And she bites my fingers when I do it too hard because they're soft shell. Geckos have soft shell eggs.
Do they?
Did
Can you crack a soft shell egg?
I think you tear it.
Do you think it's got a yolk? A yolk? A yolk?
I think so.
Heckin' yolk.
How funny would it be if if alligators laid eggs like chickens do?
Mm-hmm.
But they were the unfertilized ones. So you could buy just a bunch of alligator eggs in a carton. So you could just give it to somebody thinking they're normal eggs, and they go to crack it, and it's just
folds
against the bowl. So they're like, oh.
It's like that. It's like that. Have you seen that everything is cake meme?
Yes.
It
Yeah.
makes me think of that. Like, what if they do that? And they're like, oh no,
it's just
And
cake.
what?
It's just cake. They think it's cake and they try to eat the soft egg. So they throw the whole egg in their mouth and now they eat.
That wasn't my joke.
Oh, that was my joke. It was funnier in my head.
I was thinking. So in the cake meme, this kid's like freaking out because they're making like everything out of cake. They're making cans out of cake and they're cutting into him. And he grabs his butt and then his butt's cake.
Yeah. Then he eats it.
Who wouldn't? I made a cake, bro.
I'm delicious.
What I'm thinking about is this is a long, stupid tangent for a dumb joke that you did not understand. But so the first thing you do is you hit the egg on the side of the thing and it folds, right? You're like, oh my gosh. And you take something else and you push it against it and it folds. And then you take your own hand and you press it against it and it folds.
It just folds backwards.
See?
I'm soft shell.
Funnier joke.
I'm a soft shell egg.
So there's a couple other things about the Moa.
Heck yeah. Jeremy Wade. Jeremy Wade went and tried. I don't know if he actually tried to fish for one. He probably did. That dude's insane.
He catches some really crazy fish.
You've seen him go into like the river with like he'll go into like a raging river.
To catch a fish?
And the fish comes out. It's like this big and like this fat. And he's like, oh, that was a monster.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
How are you alive?
Yeah, Jeremy. Yeah. He's one of those guys that like he would get swallowed by like a shark and like somehow get his arms out of the gills and push it to sea swim out of its mouth. That was a big one.
Be terrifying.
Think you could do that?
Look at this shark coming up. Are those hands?
What if it did swallow you whole? Could you like punch your arms through the gills?
I don't know. Probably. You can shove your hand inside of a bass when you catch one. Like you can wrap your fingers around.
Yeah. Did you see when people catch those? They go noodling.
Noodling.
They take their arm and they actually shove their arm completely through the gills like this because they're so big.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, you could do it to a fish. Shark is a fish, but
that'd be kind of funny. I mean, I don't think he'd be alive.
Not for long.
But it'd be funny.
But you get to wear a shark as a suit for a second. It'd be kind of cool.
Shark suit. Anyway. So do you got another one?
Yeah.
You got another one?
Where'd he go?
Oh, we got more comments.
So, let's see. That's your lizard. This is whatever the origins of the stories are. The moa remains one of the most prominent cryptids of the Hawaiian Islands, actually.
Oh my gosh, there's
some of them are actually saying that it could possibly be tied to like the Komodo dragon and stuff like that too.
What is it now?
The thing you were talking about.
The moa?
Yeah.
Moa.
So this one says another very strange account of strange water dwelling beings in Hawaii was first mentioned in 1875 in a publication called The Islander, in which it was written of a mysterious race of terrifying creatures called the Mu. M-U. I think I'm saying that right. It's either Mu or Muh. Muh.
The muh. Saying the muh sounds like you're getting ready to say something else. Like moo sounds like a finished word, and muh sounds like you're gonna go muh.
Well, this is also from Maui Salt and Sage. It's a magazine. There we go. It says they were described as being sort of a mix between a water imp and a vampire with long, ratty hair and immense toothless mouths with protruding lips that extended from ear to ear, which were described as singularly repulsive. I would expect if it had long hair, a toothless mouth, which went ear to ear.
I don't know. It sounds pretty hot.
Yeah. It says these repugnant abominations were said to lurk within dark subterranean caves that opened into water from which they would slink forth at night, to lurch upon the banks to pull in victims whose blood they were said to drink with relish. And a particularly dramatic and gruesome depiction of their behavior was given by the analyst George G. Thrum, who wrote the horrific detail on the matter thus.
What the heck does a hot dog condiment have to do with this?
Shut up. Having overpowered their prey by numbers, they drag it into the water and plunge with it down to their dismal den, where where, without waiting for the extinction of life, the impish horde eagerly collect and scores at a time, applying their hideous lips to every part of the body.
Mm-hmm.
They greedily quaff.
What?
They greedily quaff.
Quaff.
Long draughts of sanguineous fluid. The horrid banquet. Oh, I'm sorry. This was from 1875. Their horrid banquet only terminating with complete desiccation of the subject.
Ew.
Yeah. So basically,
desiccating
they would.
Isn't that when you chew? No, that's masticating.
That's mastication. Basically, what they would do is they would shove you down to their lair, and just like a horde of them would come onto you, just and suck your blood out of you.
Nice. What a way to go.
So it says, considering that Hawaii is comprised of islands, perhaps it's no surprise that the mystery of creatures said to lurk in the surrounding seas as well, with the most notable being some of the giant octopus in 1928. That goes into talking about giant octopus, but yeah, whatever. That's not what I was going to talk about. I thought I was going to keep going on about that, but there's more if you want to hear more about that.
All right. So we got the moa. We got that. We got the menehune, and we've got the
scary ghost of Wahaiawa Gulch.
Does it actually have a name, though?
Nope. I'm going to check again.
All right, so we got 3 of them boys.
Oh, the Green Lady of Wahaiawa.
So,
tour update. Oh, I'm trying to see if there's any. There's no. What are you looking at?
Looks like the camera's set up weird.
It does look a little angled high, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
A little bit.
It's not, though. Oddly enough.
I think we were both sitting at a weird angle.
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, for your viewing pleasure, we're going to sit like this now.
From now on.
Anyway.
Today.
So. What?
Tonight. Go ahead and look at some of what these people have to say about defending their...
Not all of them are defending it. A lot of them are just stupid.
That is true.
So, I've got a pretty cold one here.
Oh, there's one with YouTube comments.
I've got a gold one from Moa. Or Moo. Okay. So this person here, after this long article about the Moo that I was reading, this person says this was such... I mean, I really hope this is kind of like a joke-ish thing, but I mean, some people have like this really deep belief, but whatever. So I'll read it. I have been going through an awakening of some sort. A deity is telling me that I will become a Momo, or a red dragon when I pass away. I learned I could be the head of a lineage Momo that led me to... I learned I could be the head of a lineage Momo that led me to Molokai to discover. That's not a sentence. I'm looking up any history to do with
Capio,
and the Stuppelbean Zalben family line is connected to this line, which I discovered Hylas named after this name.
Okay.
My favorite thing is the response. I guess this is the person who wrote it. Oh no, Cryptoville is that's who wrote it. Very interesting, Aisha. But I hope your transformation won't take place for a very long time. Bye, be well, and thank you for visiting Cryptoville.
It's like a really nice way of being like, hey, get out of here.
Get the heck out of here.
That's pretty nice.
Get the heck out of here, Sin. And I got my God. Excuse me. Goodness. Shut up. We got the Menehune questions here, or comments. Do you want to start reading yours, though, for the your Lakey boy?
I'm trying to find a good one. Well, this one just says, "Rip Grandma, I miss you," which seems like an odd place to put it. I haven't watched the whole thing,
Virtue
though.
signaling. It's not really virtue signaling. This one's pretty funny for the Menehune.
I think she's, like, alluding to the fact that maybe her grandma was taken by the Green Lady. So she found a YouTube video about it and says, "Rip Grandma, I miss you."
On your Green Lady, take my grandma. Why'd you gotta take my grandma like that? She never did nothing to you, Green Lady. She just wanted your bones. My favorite thing, I think one of my favorite ones, there actually aren't really a lot of stupid ones like that one from last week.
Yeah.
This one only has like 2 comments on it for fandom. No, it's really not too bad. That one's not anything bad. I do think this one's funny. They seem nice.
Who does?
The Menahune. That's all I said.
Oh, well,
It's
they
funny.
might be.
There isn't a lot of terrible things in this one. Other than this person who's defending the fact that they're not. I guess what I think is stupid about this next one is they're defending it as they weren't a human race. They were actually like a separate race of bipedal apes type things.
If it's hairless and bipedal, it is a man.
If I shave an orangutan, man,
I said hairless.
it can be hairless.
No, I didn't mean hairless. I meant featherless. Dang it. That's the thing.
What?
If it's featherless and bipedal, it's a man. I can't remember who said it, but
Sounds weird.
I've heard it before.
But anyway, that says they seem like somebody responded to they seem nice. Oh, it was Special Agent Mulder. X-Files in here. They seem like nice people that live in their own area, but then humans would come and force them away or into hiding. So another person literally defending pygmy race of people, considering them not human. When a lot of the stuff that I talked about was they were humans back on this island beforehand, and the English just decided to call them Menahune and came up with a legend overnight, practically.
It was Plato and Diogenes.
What?
That said the thing about the birds. So
Plato said it?
yeah, it said Diogenes the cynic plucked feathers from a cock and brought it to Plato's school and said, "Here is Plato's man."
Oh, yes, that's right. He said it. And then, yeah, that guy did it to mock him.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. So, anyways, sorry.
He also plucked a cock.
He did. Yeah, so what this guy's saying is stupid. On the realm of plausibility,
Oh, yeah, really high.
I would say, yeah, probably about an
Like
8
a 9 or
9.
10.
Like,
I would say
think,
9 or 10 out of 10.
do I think that they're out there now?
Probably not. No. I mean, a lot of people like to believe that, you could have like these crazy races of people still around because, they could find places to hide and things. But yeah, no, don't think so.
especially in Hawaii, since we've been like all over those islands now.
Yeah.
And there's tons of tourists there.
I mean, we found all the lakes, so those darn
Who knew?
secret fresh
Who knew
waters.
there were secret freshwater lakes there?
Daggone, there's so many lakes.
But yeah, I would say that's probably about 9 or 10 for the actual plausibility of actually ever existing. Yeah, because there's pygmies, there's people like that have existed. There's been fossils we've found of very tiny people that have existed.
Tiny people still do exist.
Yeah.
Dwarves and midgets. Is midget wrong?
I don't know.
Is dwarf wrong?
I know because
It's called dwarfism.
there's a distinction.
Well, no, dwarves are small in some areas and like normal size in others. And then midgets are small all around.
I don't think midget's the right thing to say anymore.
Is it a little person?
I feel like little person's more demeaning than anything.
Yeah.
Somebody came up to me and said, well, I think Bill Burr had a joke about that.
Yeah.
He's like, I like midget. Midget's a strong word.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what are you? I'm a midget.
Yeah.
You don't want somebody
You say it
coming
with
up
some
here,
gumption.
oh, you're just a little person.
Yeah.
You're just
That's
a
actually
tiny
true,
little
yeah.
person. I'm 37 years old. You're just a little person. I'm a midget, lady. Hell. Come here. That's assault. That's assault because I'm a man. I'm just kidding. I'm a kid.
I'm a child.
Don't take me to don't
take me to jail.
Take me to jail.
Don't throw me to Brazil. To Brazil!
Have you seen the meme with like the floating minion from I think Minions 2? But like they shoot him with it's like an anti-gravity gun. He starts floating away and the skylights open and he's like ha ha ha. It says Brazil.
Why is that a meme?
I don't know.
Why is
it's because there was a glitch with Microsoft's flight simulator where when you would when you fly over Brazil, there was a bug where it just made an unending hole into the center of the earth. So you'd be flying over and everything would be fine, but if you just went down the hole, you die.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
but it like everything went. It's like like somebody went on like Sims or something and was like, I want to hold there.
Okay, that makes so much more sense now.
Yeah.
Like there was no, I had no context for like the entire time. I've heard you say it. Like to Brazil with you. Where?
Why is that?
Where are we going?
That sounds pretty fun.
Anyway.
All right. So
you got any good comments on yours?
I gotta see if there's any comment. There's no comments on this Mo thing.
I already read some.
No, the Ma.
I know, I read some.
The
emu.
The emu?
The emu.
The emus.
Darn emu war.
Darn emu.
We're gonna get all these emus. Eating all my corn.
Possibility of that one existing. I had no comments for that one.
Of the Moo?
But I don't need any because that's dumb. It definitely just sounds like a scary story, which I like scary stories. I think that's pretty cool. Possibility? No. 1 out of 10 gets a no. It's a water-dwelling... It's a water...
Whopping zero, to tell you.
It's a cave-dwelling monster that's a vampire and water creature. Tadpole? You mean?
No. It's a tampon. It sucks blood. And it lives in
But a vampire is all...
I gotta hold back my laughing because it blows out the mic, basically.
Yeah, when you can tell from... So when we would look at like all of our other audios and stuff,
man,
if I ever made Michael laugh, it would just be like normal.
Block.
Just a block of sound coming that way. Like, what happened here?
I died laughing. That's what happened.
He bellowed from inside of himself.
I can't help it. I've got a very loud laugh.
What the crap? I just closed out of home all of my Google.
So the Mowo. How do we factor it on the realm of possibility? I mean, look at that. Look at that sexy gecko.
I want to go on the... Oh, that sounds weird.
Yeah, you can't... They're really good microphones.
Really good directionally. What the crap?
Yeah, it's a cardioid. Cardioid is how you say it. It's a...
Cardiopulmonary embolism?
No. Cardioid is the shape of the sound. So, like, you could hear the snap comes around.
That's insane.
That sounds really weird. The tiniest clap ever.
One hand clapping, man. So we're gonna stop doing that now. I would say it's also a no. Actually, no. I will take that back.
Lizards live, yes. I don't think there's a shape-shifting lizard that can turn into a
woman. I want
to
say it's probably like on a scale of possibility of it being a real animal misjudged as something else. 8. Komodo dragons, things like that did exist over there.
Yeah, and there are tiny geckos and black geckos.
Are there iguanas that live over there too?
There's iguanas that are water dwelling, but those are in the Galapagos Islands.
Okay, never mind. Well,
Darwin studied those.
That doesn't mean that
the Galapagos aren't near Hawaii.
I know that. I was just gonna say that doesn't mean that there couldn't be something like that over there.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But what I'm getting at is that it was probably more or less a story that came out of an actual monster, and probably legitimately, like you said, where somebody was like not even joking. I could
see a guy lying about that.
I get bad about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if like it was...
What, me?
No, of course I've been with a woman. Just never seen her. She's a gecko.
I know what that part looks like. Doesn't it look like those feet pressed together? Isn't that what it looks like?
That's how I've always done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say plausibility of it being real in case of an actual animal. 8. For you.
30 feet long? 30 feet long? I think it's misjudged. I feel like this one is indeterminate. Like, whatever. Just NA, not applicable.
Yeah.
Because it's like 3 different things.
Yeah.
It's a gecko.
The night marchers.
Your poltergeist ones?
Yeah, the ghosts.
Dang old poltergeisty boys.
I think the ghost ones are like the Hug and Molly thing and are like the mermaid thing from Alaska.
Don't you heckin' do it, kid.
Yeah, it's just like, don't do this, don't do that. Make sure you're home by this time or else you're going to get taken away by some kind of monster or scared so terribly that you have to come home.
Yeah.
And it's just a scary story to help keep kids coming home.
And when that doesn't work, you just start beating the kids.
Yep. Oh, I had this joke. You know why they call it a switch?
Why?
Because you switch your attitude really quick when you see it.
Huh. True.
Well,
is that what it's called?
Oh, when you take a branch off a
Well, I
tree.
mean, is that why it's called that? Or did you make that up?
I made that up.
That's a good idea.
I thought it was pretty clever.
Have you recently told your children to grab a switch?
No.
Just wondering why it came up. I guess, yeah, we're talking about beating children.
Yeah. No, crap, what were we talking about? Me and Jess were talking about something.
Heckin' dangle beating children?
No, I was watching the dog. I told Nathan something. I was like, I'm going to beat you up. I said something like that to him. And Jess
I'm
was
going
like,
to beat up my child.
Jess was like, so we're just going to go back to the old style of parenting, huh? I was like, yeah. You get a switch.
You need to toss her one of your flip-flops.
And then I made the joke about the switch thing.
Mm.
But no, she has more flip-flops than I do, so she's like already halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
she's like
75%.
She's like a step from just like chucking her foot up. I love those videos. It's so funny.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I would say indiscernible?
Maybe.
Because it seems
it's
possible.
It's definitely not a shipping.
Chafe. It's a chafed shape-shifting monster. It has to go through so much Vaseline, you don't even know. It's so Vaseline.
Ashy all the time.
Ashy all the time.
Anyway.
But that's pretty much all I got for Hawaii. Oh, I'm sorry, the Night Marchers. That's another one.
We said, yeah, you just said we're not. We were talking about that, and you started talking about beating children.
Weird segue, eh? I think that's a scary story. Night Watchers. I think that's a scary story as well.
Yeah,
probably something that's probably based around some type of some type of respect thing that came from an old tutelage or something, saying like you have to do this and like as respectfully for this person. I think that just got passed down further and further about that.
Yeah, who knows?
But Hawaii. There's a couple other ones that we didn't really go over. They're more like gods and goddesses, actually. So like gods of the volcanoes and the waters and things like that. That's more.
Those are more religion based.
That's more religion based than cryptozoology based.
Yeah.
So
I don't think you can be like Thanos is a cryptid. Not Thanos. Thor.
Yeah, that's the one.
The Greek god.
He's Norse.
What?
He's Norse.
Swedish?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ish.
Roman?
Swedishish?
Swedishish. Anyway. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, same here. That seems like a short one.
Yeah. What's next week?
Hold on.
Idaho.
Oh,
yeah.
I believe so.
Illinois. Yeah, it'd be Idaho because it's the only other one I know.
The potato monster. You know, this is what happens when you don't go ahead and plow them corn and potato fields.
Them pecking corn.
That one spud, that one rice spud is going to come on out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Steal your children. Mm-hmm. Turn them into baby potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
The kind that you put in the cans.
There's going to be a lot of potato talk in this next one.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of potatoes.
It's going to be starchy.
I'm going to bring a sack of potatoes next time.
I've got that giant Smirnoff vodka bottle.
Welcome to Potato Land! So, well, that's been it's been a good one.
It's fun.
Do you like doing this setup, like where we kind of like look at them at the same time as we go through, or do you think?
I feel like we need to do more research now.
Yeah, I think so too.
This comes off better.
It does. I think some of them work better for like where they don't have a lot.
Yeah.
This one seems like it actually had a lot of history that we should have probably looked into.
History around like why they were important and stuff, but
yeah,
some of them are more funny to read on, but
yeah, I should have thought about that more before that.
Yeah,
my bad.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways,
so it'll be nice to hear how this goes and sounds and everything too. So
yeah, so it's more of a learning. It's more of a learning experience and beneficial for us than it is about you. So
it's more about me and less about you. It's okay. It's all right.
Oh, we got an email from YouTube, by the way.
For what?
Something about helping our channel grow.
Yeah, they do that occasionally. They just gives you tips on how to do it, like posting more often, things like that.
Okay. It says like reach out to community, do a live event.
Yeah, they want you to do stuff like we can't do a live event. We don't have enough people.
Why even bring it up then?
I don't know.
It's dumb.
They hate us.
So next week, we'll be taking a deep dive down into the plains of the potato state, known as Idaho.
Yes.
And if you think that there's anything else that comes out of Idaho, you're not just wrong. You're stupid.
You're dead wrong.
There's only potatoes.
Only potatoes.
Potatoes and potato farmers. Potato cows, where they make the potato cheese. All for the love of potatoes down in Idaho. So if you want...
We'll see y'all in the next one.
If you... We did do...
Oh, yeah, we gotta do the thing.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah, like, subscribe, press
like,
that
subscribe,
daggum
put
button.
The hit
bell
the
icon.
bell over here, hit
got-
the subscribe button here.
We got playlists over there.
Playlist right here over this
You can
guy's
subscribe
dome.
to us here.
Yeah, this is our.
No, it's not gonna be there.
Oh, we're not gonna put. We're not gonna put it there now.
No, it'll still be there,
No,
but
your
the video's
Crypt-
not
your-
over yet.
Your Cryptwins logo. Will
Yeah,
be
it's
right here.
it's right here.
We'll take a picture.
Anyway,
Well, anyways, we're gonna keep making these, even if you don't like them. So whatever. And if we want to, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.